A local man who says he was fired from his job because he's gay takes his case to the U.S. Supreme Court tomorrow.
And Channel 2 investigative reporter Nicole Carr is the only local TV reporter to talk to the man at the center of that historic case.
Boy, this is historic. Gerald Bostock used to run Clayton County's court-appointed special advocates program. He talked about all of the awards that he'd won for his work, but he says everything changed once he joined a gay recreational softball league.
I'm proud of who I am, and I'm very proud of the man I've become. And I'm also proud of the hard work and the success.
Gerald Bostock ran Clayton County's court-appointed special advocates, or CASA, program for 10 years. He earned state and national awards for his work finding volunteers to advocate for child abuse and neglect victims coming through the juvenile court system.
And one day, I decided to join a gay recreational softball league. And from that moment on, that's when my life started to change.
Gerald says he started hearing negative comments at work about his sexual orientation.
There were disparaging comments made about my participation within the gay softball league.
Clayton County fired Gerald in 2013 after claiming an audit found he misspent money that's supposed to be used to recruit and train CASA volunteers. We talked to Chief Judge Steve Teske about the accusation 7 years ago.
Meals, including alcohol, and restaurants and bars in and around the Midtown Atlanta area.
I did nothing wrong.
Gerald filed a lawsuit claiming the audit was a pretext and he was fired because he's gay. Clayton County maintained the definition of sex in the civil rights statute did not cover sexual orientation. A federal judge in Atlanta dismissed his suit and he lost an appeal.
A gay or lesbian man or woman can marry their partner on Sunday and then be fired for it on Monday. That makes no sense.
Attorneys Thomas Mew and Brian Sutherland represent Gerald.
This is a simple case. The Civil Rights Act forbids employers from making decisions about an employee's sex, and a person's sexual orientation is defined by their sex.
Their oral argument before the U.S. Supreme Court is scheduled for Tuesday.
If we are successful at the Supreme Court, which we expect and hope to be, we'll get the chance to prove his case in court and show that the reason he was fired is because of homophobia.
Clayton County told us it doesn't comment on pending litigation. Gerald's case is one of 3 before the Supreme Court that will decide whether gay, lesbian, and transgender workers are protected under federal anti-discrimination laws. Gerald says this fight isn't just for him, but the entire LGBTQ community that hasn't had such a high-profile fight.
I'll do it for you. Let me take that burden. I'm willing to do it because it's too important to let just slip by.
Very interesting. So, Nicole, what happens if Bostock wins his case before the high court?
Well, then his civil lawsuit can go forward against Clayton County, and that would go to trial. A lot of you all have been asking about that audit and the evidence and Clayton County's explanation of this. That would go into trial. So we'll follow this case every step of the way, including tomorrow's oral arguments, and let you all know what happens.
Interesting that this type of case is getting to the court for the first time
Just now.
in 2019.
I said the same thing.
Yes, Nicole, thank you.
Thanks.